channel. Today we are going to make cherry pie bowl up dessert. So you need to preheat your oven to 365. You need to spray a 9x13 baking dish with cooking spray and set it aside. And then we'll start with filling first. You're going to need a can of cherry pie filling. You're going to need a teaspoon of cinnamon, and you're going to need a teaspoon of almond extract. We're going to mix that together. And we're going to go ahead and start cutting our biscuits. I just got this 16-ounce can of Walmart brand biscuits. That's all you're going to need is one of these. It's easier with scissors, but if you don't have it, you can do it with a sharp knife and a cutting board. That works good too. You're going to put this on top. And you're going to lightly just try to mix all this together. And try not to clump the biscuits together. It's going to be kind of hard. They're going to want to stick together. You're going to bake this for 25 to 30 minutes or until these biscuits begin to brown. And then we're going to remove this from the oven and we're going to put a glaze on top. The glaze is a half a cup of confectioner sugar and about a tablespoon of milk. And you can use milk alternatives if that, if you can't have regular milk, it's fine. This is almond milk I'm using, mixed with the powdered sugar. You can let your little cherry pie cool for just a few minutes, but don't let it get cold. There you go. That's it, y'all. It smells like heaven, of course, and my son that loves cherries is very excited. Today we are going to make another yummy bubble up dessert. It's pecan pie bubble up. Really easy and simple. Doesn't have many ingredients, so let's go ahead and get started. You're going to whisk together a cup of sugar. And we're going to use some light corn syrup. Sometimes it's referred to as Karo syrup, but Karo is actually a brand. So you need the light one. There'll be a light and a dark. And you need the clear one. Just like in real pecan pie. So, it's got a lot of sugar in it. I know, but it's supposed to be a big hit during the holidays. We're going to take about a teaspoon of vanilla. A cup or a cup and a half of chopped pecans. And 3 eggs. And I went ahead and beat those so that they would combine easier. And the biscuits that we're going to use today are 2 of these. You're gonna need 2 of these. These are the 6 ounce. What we're gonna do now in this little tiny bowl, go ahead and cut up our biscuits, and then we'll pour everything combined into the baking dish. All I'm gonna do now is, like I told you before, in many other bubble up videos, you need to kind of separate it a little bit. Make sure that each little piece of biscuit's covered, and they all are. You just don't want a big old thing of bread. You just kind of want it spread out. All right. You can bake this uncovered in a 350-degree oven for 25 to 30 minutes. And that will give the biscuits time enough to cook. I'll see you back here in a few. Okay, y'all, so this is fresh out of the oven. Didn't it turn out pretty? So it did the normal 25-30 minutes. I don't have any problems. You just need to watch the biscuits because they did get a little bit extra brown, you know, a little bit more than what I wanted. And the pecan mixture with the sugar and everything, that's going to bubble up around it, but as soon as you get it out of the oven, it'll calm down a little bit, just like a normal pecan pie. We are going to make a peach cobbler bubble up, and I do not believe that I've ever made this one before. So you need to get a 9x13 pan out, go ahead and spray it with some non-stick baking or cooking spray, and preheat your oven to 350. And you're going to need this size Grand's biscuits. You're going to need 2 of those. They're 5 count. I use the Grands. I'm not sure that you're supposed to use the Grands, but also I couldn't find the size that the recipe specified, so I just went with 2 5 count because the author of the recipe said to use 10 biscuits total. That's 10 biscuits total. So I couldn't find anything smaller, so we're just gonna go with it. You need to get you a big mixing bowl. You need to combine your peach pie filling, and that was hard to find as well. So we're gonna use this Simply. I don't usually use this brand, so I'm not sure how this is gonna go, but it already kind of looks odd, but I'm just gonna go with it. Before you move on to the rest of the recipe, you need to cut these pieces down the best you can with a knife. You're also going to need a 15-ounce can of sliced peaches, and you're going to also just cut those into chunks as well. These need to be drained before you add them to the pie filling. So you're going to add that, and then you're going to need about a teaspoon of cinnamon. So let's get that, let's get that in here. Cinnamon. Stir it up.
Hey, now that our names are written in stone, let's be honest, sounds like home. Still I'm here alone.
These biscuits need to be cut up. And oh, I'm always scared of this. Woo. Okay, let's go ahead and cut this other batch too. Or open it. Open this other can as well. Alright, clean my kitchen scissors and I'm ready to cut these. You're going to add them to the peach mixture.
I could wipe my own memory out. I would die if I saw you now. Dreams might turn into something real. Don't you give me that look, take a bow, already know. Now you gotta go. Hey, now that our names are written in stone, let's be honest, sounds like home. Still I'm here alone and I'm calling your phone. I wish I could wipe my own memory out. I wish I could dream about somebody else. I wish I could talk.
Now, stir all this up.
Oh, I wish I could wipe my own memory out. I wish I could do something that will make sense. I wish I would know what you're thinking about. I wish I could wipe my own memory out.
I'm going to go ahead and put these in the pan. And then we're going to separate them that way. Okay. Alright. So I'm just going to kind of pull these apart a little bit. Try to make sure they're kind of spread out. And what's going to happen is if you don't, they're going to be just, first of all, a big mound of biscuit. And you kind of want to bite a biscuit in each piece of fruit. And you want it to cook evenly. So kind of needs to be kind of spread out a little bit. You need to kind of pay attention to it. Not incredibly important, but it's up there. For the last little step. All right, you're gonna bake these at 350 for 30 to 35 minutes. You need to sprinkle about 3 tablespoons of brown sugar on top. So we're gonna do that here. And for it to do it evenly, I'm gonna have to put it in my hand. So that was 1 tablespoon. And you will pack it into the measuring spoon. So that's number 2. And number 3. Okay, 30-35 minutes. Keep an eye on it so the sugar does not burn. I'll see you back here in a few minutes. Okay, y'all, so here's the finished product. I did let it rest for about 20 minutes or so. It still looks perfect. I was going for maybe like soft squishy biscuit dough, but a little bit crispy edges that are sweet from the brown sugar, and that's exactly what I got. The only thing that I don't like is that the pie filling, it's not the brand, it's the type that I used, made my peaches look more like apples, and I don't like that. But hopefully it'll eat just the same. I'll see y'all next time.